Your dad said what he was most surprised by when you got to the league was like how polished people were in deception. Like that he tried to warn you about
Well,
that.
I think
How so?
everyone goes through it. You know, it's a situation where, you know, you don't know anything about money. You don't know how to spend. You know, you don't know any of that stuff. People were able to deceive me. But, you know, I had to actually sit back and learn, you know, things like, you know, financial literacy. So now I could teach my kids.
So, you know, you're young, drafted first overall, you come into all this money, you know, people, as you mentioned, kind of have ulterior motives. And I read you talked about, I mean, just what people that you thought were close to you were billing you for limos or plane time, you later found out was extraordinary. What were ways in which you later learned stuff like that was going on?
Well, just really sitting back and paying attention. You know, a lot of times you have to get quiet. You have to get away from everybody just to kind of take yourself out of the situation so you can see what's going on. And that's what I had to do.
And what did you see?
What did I see?
What did you find out?
Well, just people are just going to be people. You never know what people may need, you know. And I think a lot of times people talk about how, you know, they've been taken advantage of and stuff like that. But for me, I just took myself out of the situation and just try to see it from the other person's views. Why would they do this? You know, did they need this? There's something going on with them. You know, and I try to take it as I'm upset that they took from me because I was just the victim. You know, it could have been anybody, you know, but I was just that person at that moment that they decided, you know, or, you know, things decided to happen from, so.
And you're really, like, at that moment when you recognize it, able to take a step back like
you
that?
Have to. You have to. I don't see it as a loss. You know, I see it as something that I needed in order for me to get to the next level.
If you had to guess, how much do you think has been taken from you money-wise over the years?
To be honest, you know, it's just material. It doesn't really matter. You know, how much was taken, who took it, how it was taken, because I'm in such a great place now, you know, maybe I needed that to get me to where I'm at today, you know, so I don't look at it in a bad way.
How so?
Because all of us go through different things in life in order for us to get to the next level. You know, in basketball, for example, you know, if you win all the time, you never know what it feels like to lose. And so when some people lose, you see how they act. If you look at fighters, for example, somebody who's never been knocked out, after they get knocked out, they're never the same because they've never had their chin checked. They've never had an issue. They've never had a problem. And now people know how to beat them. And until they solve that, they might end up going through it again. So there's issues that I've had that have been reoccurring.
Like what?
Just, you know, just different things with people. But I won't allow that to affect me in a negative way to where I won't talk to people or I still won't, you know, trust people. I just know, hey, you have to take control of everything that you do in your life.
And if it's reoccurring, like what do you think you allowed to
just
continue
trust.
to happen?
Just trust. You know, I think in the industry that we have, you know, a lot of players tend to trust a lot of the wrong people because we don't know, because we don't have the information, you know. And once we have it, it's a choice on us to what we're going to do with it. But for somebody that came into the league at 18, despite everything that has happened, I think that I put myself in a pretty good position, you know, despite all the things that anybody could say. I have no regrets. Every lesson that I needed was for me and only me. So I'm looking forward to just the growth that, you know, I've been having. I'm looking forward to more. I want to try to grow. My motto now is try to win every day.
All right, wait, I got to ask this. What did your dad say when all this was going on? Saturday, when I was talking to him, he's an emotional guy.
He is, and any parent would be. You know, they don't want anybody to take advantage of their kids or anything like that. And you know, I would expect him to be emotional.
He's like, man, when I was managing Dwight's money, we met every 2 weeks.
Well, you know, that's how my dad is. You know, he just wants to make sure that, you know, everything is on point. But at some point, you know, we all have to go away from the litter. And as much as I love my parents, you know, I have my own life and my own family that, you know, I have to lead, you know, and my dad is always going to be there. But for me, I'm in a different place in my life, and I always, you know, will listen to my dad, you know, but when it comes to certain things, I think pretty much now, you know, I've gotten a hold of it.